It will probably never be read after this tour. You can enjoy reading it on this tour, even for people who have no interest at all in Batman. It's called Watching from the Shadows. Forward and back, there's no rhyme, there's no confluence. Everything's happening now in the spotlight, and now in the shadows, and now in the aftermath. It's still beginning. That's when the latest and greatest and darkest will fight the best villains, and sometimes defeat them. And somewhere in Gotham, her pearls fall like tears to the stones of the alley, and always a small boy, silently watching. There are so many Batmans in my mind. Some clamber sidewise up buildings, drop from hang gliders, erupt from sewers, ride a black horse, hover bodiless above Gothic manses. Mine is standing in the corner of this hotel room, his cloak a blue-black shroud of shadow as I write. I was 4. I still puzzle about it. Why did my father, who showed no interest in pop culture of any kind, ever, in my life, tell me about Batman? Explain him to me. His father and mother had been killed by criminals, so he dressed up his own. Whatever about that. I knew nothing of that. Not then. By the time I was 6, a televisual Batman was more real than Santa Claus. And being neither invisible nor hypothetical, more real than God. Batman demonstrably was. I saw him on the screen. I heard him talk. The drunk on the midnight train said, "My brother invented Batman." Your brother was Bob Kane. Who? No, my brother Lorenzo. He was drunk. He was in Spain. He bet Bill Dozier that there was nothing so dumb he couldn't make it into a hit TV show. And then he said, Batman. The drunk on the midnight train seemed uncertain. Had his brother done the right thing? The golden ring, he kept repeating. Like on the carousel, you only ever get one chance to grab the golden ring. Grab the golden ring, kid. Grab the golden ring. It wasn't that we thought Batman could fly, but we tried to fly like Batman anyway. He warned us not to. We have no wings, Batman warned us. We cannot fly. And Robin told us not to jump off high places. They could not fly, neither could we. Holy broken bones. We cared so much. I cared, was certain that this week's death trap would be unavoidable. My love for Batman, but oddly, never for Adam West's Bruce Wayne, was pure, unsullied by the real. I ached for all the Batman in the world, was thrown out of newsagents, physically picked up and dropped outside because I needed to read everything Batman before deciding how to spend my shilling. I missed my TV fix when it was gone. All I had left was a hardcover annual and a couple of paperbacks, 2 panels to a page. Bill Finger and Lou Sayre Schwartz anonymous, and so I read, reread, forever. And then it changed. I found the comics, and as I found the comics, the Batman found his The. And Robin went off to college. The Batman prowled alone, silently, appeared, mysteriously, investigated. He was watching from the shadows. So now, I'm 10. The Phantom Stranger teams up with the Batman to save a held child. I learned about myself. I had not known I liked horror or mystery, and now these worlds opened up to me like graves, bad gifts. And so I drowned in them, drunk on skulls, and people trapped in mirrors by their evil deeds forever. Doodled on school books always, all apparel and atoms and wrightsome, ears that could puncture any ceiling, cloak that stretched out behind him like a highway into night. I walked away from Batman and from comics when I was 17. Came back when I was 23. Frank made Dark Knight soon after. I was reading it in black and white photocopies, heart filled with joy and the need to evangelize. I became a fire and brimstone prophet, desperate to tell an unheeding world that this was art. This time, listen, I thundered and Cassandra'd and explained juvenile dreams made real, and I was a convincer. And then one day, I wrote words for Batman, told him what to do. I had the joy in my bones that only the gods know of creation. As I made Batman talk, looked out through his eyes. This was what being adult was for. Everything I'd gone through in my life was all for this. I grabbed that golden ring. This was just joy. I put the Riddler in a junkyard of oversized advertising props. I told people I loved the things they laughed at. I gave the Riddler back a bowler hat. They let me write a love song for my childhood self. They let me kill Batman too, but that will be later. It's 1989. And Harlem is foaming to shout at me because I had Batman in a hotel room without a search warrant. I didn't think Batman got search warrants. I thought the whole point of being Batman was not having search warrants. Batman had a mask and shadows. He had the night. It was enough. And now it's 2008. And I'm killing the Batman in a hotel room in Hong Kong, taking all my love and crumpling it up small, no irony or cleverness, just life and death. A cycle of existence, stories I never had to write. And Andy, looking like anyone I'd ask him to be. 100 Batmans staring at the world, each one swallowed by the night. So many Batmans, we find them. And we love them. We bring them like a firebrand in a hall of mirrors, and all the Batmans do the things that Batmans do. I'm old now. I still don't know quite how that happened. And when I die, perhaps they'll find a tiny bat still fluttering in my chest and not a heart. My Batman is a personal, unchanging thing. He stands in shadows in the corners of the hotel room, just watching, breathing so quietly, I do not know if he is there at all. When I was a child, Batman existed to defend me. Now, he puts up with me, knows that I meant well, also knows that sometimes we wake up on the wrong side of the mirror. And a joker's eyes stare back at us from the glass. It's weird to be old. I touched the magic and then passed it along as best I could. And what if the drunk on the train was right and his brother truly made the worst thing he could? It still lit a fuse in our hearts. We explode and we fragment like holograms. Each piece displays the whole forward and back. There's no rhyme to it, no confluence. Everything's happening now. in the spotlight, now in the shadows, and now in the aftermath. It's still beginning. To all of the dreamers, the readers, the artists and editors, writers and letterers, carolers, backroom folk, each of them touched him, if just for a moment. Bob Kane began something bigger than he was. Somewhere in Gotham, pearls fall like tears to the stones of the alley, and one small boy stares at two crumpling people and blood on the cobbles, resolves to string all of the pearls back together.